in your corner? That's my question. Who do you have in your corner? For many of us, we chase the day to day. We pursue. We. If you're listening to this podcast, you're an achiever. You like to accomplish things. You like to do things. But who is in your corner? Guys, this last week, I lost a dear friend of mine, and she's in heaven and she's excited, and Lord knows that she was so ready, and I'm so thrilled for her. But you know what I'm going to miss the most about her is she was one of my biggest cheerleaders. She cheerleaded me without any kind of she just wanted my absolute best and was constantly telling me, go, go, go. Do everything that's in your heart to do, Amy. Go, do it. And, because she was older, she had a lot of experience to speak from, and she could see from a different 30-foot zoom space than I'd see. She could see farther in advance than I'd see. She'd been down that path before. And so she would say to me, Amy, go, do it. I got you. God's got you. You're great. Go. I believe in you. We all need people like that. We all need people that get in their corner and that just believe in us, that just unabashedly believe in us, that love us, that support us, that are our cheerleaders, and that they see something in us when we don't even see what they see, that they see giftings and talents and abilities that we don't even look at, that we just think is just, well, that's just like everybody, right? Who do you have in your corner will set the trajectory of your life in a significant way. In a significant way, guys. Because it only takes one person to see something in you and believe in you to give someone the confidence and the borrowed belief that, oh, hey, they believe in me. I can do that. I can do it. I'm telling you, when I look around at life, and I'm in the real estate industry, and it's a competitive business, and I love my client base. I love my community. But at the end of the day, the business I birth really comes down to the relationships that I create. The gold in life is people. The gold in life is relationships. And if you're stuck in a plateau somewhere, you just need one person. One person has the ability to change the entire trajectory of your life. They can set you on a completely different course. One conversation, one eye-opening thought about who you are, the abilities you have, the ideas. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? So I would say to you, if you're looking around your life and you're stuck, the way to become unstuck is to start to look for mentors. I strongly believe in mentorship. I think that you should have a mentor till the day you die. Like, there should be a constant. If you're standing in my studio right now, I'm always reaching one arm up, like, hey, I'm stretching, and I'm one arm down, like I'm pulling somebody up. That is the true balance in life. When you're reaching to somebody else and you're lifting somebody else, it is the perfect pendulum, right? And it's the gold in life. I have to be contributing to someone else's life, and then I'm reaching into somebody else. Like, I'm trying to receive from somebody else and learn from somebody else. And this is what I've discovered. Most people become adults and they quit that path. They stop. They don't need a coach. They don't need a mentor. They are just them wandering around the earth, and they stop. I don't know if it's that I don't know why people stop. I actually don't understand the concept, but they fail to continue to evolve in a positive way, and they settle in. That's why you see so many times they'll stay in a job and I've been in the real estate business for 30 years, but it's a growth job for me, right? There's no ceiling. I can just keep growing and evolving and developing. And I believe that's what the human being wants to do, is grow and evolve. And we don't, because we stay with the same people who speak the same language, and it's the kind of like the herd mentality. And the only way to break out of that is to get a different voice in your ear. The voice that you listen to, the voice that has your ear, has your faith. It's really critical. Who do you listen to? The person that has your ear has your faith. Your faith so much in you, your ability, how you perceive the world, so much comes from who do you spend time with? How do they see things? And this is what I've made a commitment to. I don't like average. I don't like average coffee. I don't like, and I say average, like, let's say average is like lukewarm. I don't like lukewarm coffee. I don't like lukewarm, like you're either going to be super hot or super cold. I don't like average. But if you don't want to live an average life, you know how you do that? If I don't want to live an average life, I just have to not be average. The average person's life fails because they spend their life in comfort. Ooh, did I really just say that? Most people, the greatest enemy of success is comfort. Most people that are not successful and that don't accomplish what they want to see happen on this earth, it's because they seek comfort more than they have a vision for the future. They seek comfort over that comfort. They just have to have the comfort. They have to have the comfort. And comfort is your enemy. Now, I'm not talking about you don't have relationships if there's comfort. I'm not saying that. But comfort, think about what comfort does to you. Is it really good for us to be sitting in these warm houses 24/7? No. It'd be better if we put a coat on and went outside and moved, wouldn't it? Even if our body got a little cold. Comfort. Now we've got, mopeds and everything's electronic. Like we hardly ever even ride a bike anymore. And I even have an e-bike, so I'm completely guilty. Comfort. Like, okay, wouldn't it be good for me to ride a bike? Well, actually, I have to tell you something. I do actually ride the bike and I don't turn the battery on, but I do have a battery pack, and everything in life has got a battery pack anymore. Like, we have easy access, easy points to take the easy way all the time. But do my muscles need to move? And is it the biggest health factor I have is that I move my body and movement is medicine? Yes, but the human being is always seeking comfort. Comfort is a trap. Comfort is your enemy. And if you can start to see it as your enemy, you'll do everything to stand against it. Comfort is the enemy that keeps you the same. Comfort's the enemy that keeps you from pressing out in a board meeting when you know you have a plan and you just don't want to say it because, it'll rock the boat. Let me just stay in the comfort zone. I've always played this role. When you have a genius idea that could make millions for the company, but it would rock the boat a bit, you don't say it because you're afraid. Guys, think about what comfort does. The need to stay in a comfort zone. Think about how many conversations that you don't engage with, or maybe people you don't reach out to because you want to stay in that comfort zone. And if I put myself out there is the risk that they'll reject me, or it won't go well, or that I'll fail. What if I fail? Yep, you're going to fail. Just get used to it. It's part of success. Failure and success, it's hard to describe where one picks up and the other drops off, right? They're so close to one another. You have to fail your way to success pretty much. And you fail your way to success by continuing to get up. But I'm telling you what, who you have in your corner, who you have in your ear is so critical. So if you don't have the right people in your ear, like Amy, I don't have a tribe of people that are encouraging. I don't have people that are pumping me up. Well, guess what? There's so many podcasts out there. You're listening to this one. There's so many YouTube videos out there. Go seek it out. Go seek it out. Go try to find people. And here's what I know. If you ask God to bring someone into your life that can help you, He will. I'm going back to talk about my dear friend Ruth Ann again, but I was at a spot in my life where I really just needed like spiritual mentorship. I always have had business coaches and real estate coaches, and I believe in it. I believe big time in it. I've always wanted someone that had a 30,000-foot view into my life, that could speak into my life, that I would give permission to them to speak to me. And I was desperately needing that space, and I just didn't know where to go. And the Lord began to just put this Ruth Ann Polston's name on my brain, and I reached out, and she's 92. I'm like searching YouTube for her, if that tells you how extra she is and how special she was. At 92, I'm searching YouTube to see if her ministry was still putting out content, to see if she had done anything recently. And to my surprise, I was grateful to find that, she had just posted some piano music, a couple months earlier. But that one relationship changed everything. Because Ruth Ann had written over a dozen books, and she started to say to me every time I'd have a speaking engagement, well, where's your book at? You need a book. And I'm like, huh? I need a book? Yeah, where's your book at? You need a book. If you're going to go speak and do these things, you need a book. People want books. And can I tell you guys something? I thought that was the most laughable thing ever, because I have the most difficult time with sentence structure. I don't know where commas go, periods go. If you read my emails or my writing, I got dashes and bold statements and run-ons, and, I write like I talk. So I was like, this is laughable. My sister is like an English teacher, and she's a fantastic writer, a really, really gifted writer. I thought, this is so funny. And Ruth Ann keeps telling me I need to write a book if I'm going to be out speaking. Amy, you need to get that book done. So here's the reality of it. She believed in me. And that area that she kept speaking to was an area that I had a lot of insecurity in. I mean, guys, I hardly ever send out an email that I don't have a bunch of proofreading going on other than myself, right? Like, hey, let me check that email before you send it out. It could be really embarrassing. Literally, her saying, write the book, write the book, write the book, her believing in me. Guess what I found out? When I started to put my foot forward, provision came with other people. And the Lord brought another friend into my life that's what she actually does. She helps people write books and launch things. And so she helped me in all that. But I put one step forward to create the first book, and then the rest unfolded. And then guess what Ruth Ann would say to me? So what's next, Amy? So what's next? Guys, it's Wednesday night and I'm recording this podcast. And literally every Wednesday night for the last 15 months, I have sat with Ruth Ann for like an hour and a half as my kids and my husband go to church on Wednesday nights. And my husband's involved with the youth program. My kids are involved with it. And I go sit with her, and indefinitely, what's next comes up. What's next? What's the next book you're going to do? What's the next event you're going to do? How are you going to make more impact? I'm telling you guys, everybody needs a Ruth Ann. Everybody needs someone in their life that sees bigger for them than you see for yourself. And that's one of the greatest gifts she gave me, is that she saw bigger for me. Guys, at 94 years old, we're walking through my building, and my building is probably worth, I don't know, $5 to $6 million. It's probably worth $5 to $6 million. And it's got a great creative space, and it's got a studio, and it's a great facility. And we're walking out of it, and she looked at me. She goes, "You know what, Amy? I don't think you're thinking big enough. Perhaps you're thinking too small." Guys, we need people like that. And if you don't have someone like that in your life, put the energy out there and go find them. You're going to have to it's going to get risky. You're going to have to, you'll risk rejection. But the greatest relationships I've ever had in my life came with me throwing it out there. I need to meet with you. You have something that I want. You have something that I just know I need. Those are the kinds of words I've said. And guess what? I've always found on the other side, whether that's hiring a new real estate coach, going to a different level with another real estate coach or a business coach or even a mindset coach. I mean, I've worked with so many coaches. What I've always found is on the other side of it, their voice, their vision, what they saw for gifting in me, their cheerleading changed the trajectory of my life and literally caused me to accomplish things that would have taken, maybe a lifetime to happen very quickly. Because not only did I sit at their feet and listen, and my heart was always listening to their encouragement. You know what that feels like, right? When someone's telling you, "Man, you're really gifted. You're talented. Boy, you're a great writer. Boy, you're an awesome podcaster. Wow, I have not heard someone so beautiful on the piano in a long time. You're talented." Like, guys, wow, you're a fantastic dresser. You've got great style. You want to design clothes? You should start your own line. Like, we all need people to see something in us that we don't see in ourselves. We need people to push and to really encourage us in our dreams. So if you don't find that, seek it out. I remember when I was looking for a real estate coach, I couldn't find anyone that I felt like I needed someone who sees something that can look at me, tell me what I need to fix, tell me what I need to do, and push me forward. And I hired somebody, and it was a great experience. And then I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the next. I'm ready for the next challenge. And at the same time, another door opened up and another person came in that pushed me to another level. Our greatest keys in life are people. So my greatest prayer every day is, God, let me not miss my moment. And I declare every day, and I want you to declare the same, I'm always at the right place at the right time to meet the right people. I'm always at the right place at the right time to meet the right people for my specific call and purpose. I'm always at the right time in the right place to meet the right people for my specific call and purpose. And I declare every day that my steps are ordered and that He leads me every step of the way. But I know the greatest gift on earth are people. The greatest giftings that we have come through others. And I'm telling you, if I can ever be a cheerleader for you, let me know. But literally, the gift that Ruth Ann gave me by being a cheerleader knowing my weaknesses, knowing my failures, knowing where I struggled at. She stood there and did nothing but cheer me on and tell me all the potential, all the growth, all the things, and then challenged me and said, now what are you going to do with it? What's next, Amy? And so I say that to you. When we're on this earth and we want to live a life of purpose and we want to live a life that's different, we want more. I want to just challenge you and say, what's next? Maybe you're thinking too small. Maybe you need to write a book. What are you thinking about? What's your next move? And as last week, I had a final conversation with her, she asked me that question, Amy, what's next? What's next? And then she would just laugh when I would talk to her about it. But she'd always say, but perhaps you're just not thinking big enough. And so I say that to you today. Perhaps you're just not thinking big enough. Get around people that cheerlead you. Find people, track them down, and ask God to bring the right people into your life that literally will propel you forward, that are necessary for you to fulfill everything you're on this earth to fulfill. As always, guys, I'm honored that you listen to this. If this has touched you, blessed you, impacted you at all, please share it out. Please give me a 5-star review. I'd appreciate it so much. I'm also going to be starting a Bible study on this You Win devotional. It's a 30-day devotional. I'm going to start it the Thursday after spring break. I believe is March 27th at 6 a.m. So it'll be free. I hope as many of you can hop on as possible, but it's going to be great. So as always, I want you to know this. You're on this earth for more. Be blessed.